is Chandler, and I'm so happy to be here. And as always, I'm happy that you're here, okay? So let's just get this ball rolling. So today, we're not talking about sports. Oh, no. We're not talking about sports today, okay? We're talking about the main event of this past weekend, and still to this day, is Black Panther, okay? If you have not seen this movie, you need to get your life all the way together, okay? Because it is that serious, okay? I've seen it 3 times already. Yes, 3 times. I had to see it multiple times to make sure I could give all this information to you. Not really, I'm lying. It was that good. I just wanted to see it that many times. I'm gonna give you about 4 reasons why you need to see this movie. And there are people out there who still have not seen this movie. I've talked to some people. They want to go see it, they just have not seen it yet. And I'm like, what are you doing with your life? What are you doing? This first one is kind of odd. No one usually pays attention to it while they're watching a movie, but this time I did. I was very into it. It's the music, okay? It's the music. It's the music in the movie, and it's the soundtrack, and it's just awesome. Kendrick Lamar did a fantastic job on the entire soundtrack, okay? Hands down, the entire soundtrack. He had SZA in there, Future, 2 Chainz, The Weeknd, and there's some other people. They just did a phenomenal job. I listened to the entire album for the whole week leading up to me going to see this movie. It's that good. I'm still rocking with it, so it's lit. Number 2. Some of you may not like it, but it's action-packed and a lot of action. I mean, the city scene that you've probably seen in the commercials it's not even the best part, but it's awesome. It's this causing chaos and destruction through the city, but it's the way that him and his sister, Okoye and Nakia, run through the city. Number 3, the third reason why you should see this movie is because of the relatability. The relatability of this movie is out of this world. Anyone can see this movie and find some relation to it. I don't care if you don't have a color in you. You don't only have to be black to find some relation to this movie. And let me say it again for the people in the back. Not only black people can relate to this movie, okay? I think everyone needs to see this movie. You can learn a thing or two, or you can say, hey, that's like me. The biggest thing for me, number 4, is representation. The representation in this movie is great. It's unmatched. They touch on women. They touch on men. They touch on skin color. They don't talk about it, but it's obvious. It's put there for a reason. The men in the movie were, I don't want to use the word submissive, because to a lot of men that seems like they're not masculine or anything like that. A lot of the women they held their own. Okay, they were right side by side. They were fighting side by side with men. And it was great. They were strong. They were beautiful. They were powerful women. The women fight right next to the men. The men don't have a problem with the strong women. In fact, King T'Challa is surrounded by strong, beautiful black women. His sister, his ex-girlfriend, the general of his army. And he is surrounded by them almost the entire time of this movie. When he was down, who was right there? The women, okay? When he was fighting, when he was actually the one behind the pack, who was keeping it up? The women, okay? And he did not have one problem with that. He enjoyed it. There was one scene in the movie, and this is not a spoiler. There's one scene in the movie where King T'Challa is about to claw. The ladies come running behind him, and they're like, no, stop. Don't do this. The world is watching you. The man in him would have clawed him, okay? And that's to be expected. The man in him would have clawed him, but the women thinking that people are watching you, don't do this. That's the dynamic that they have, and he loves it. I love it. I'm here for it, and it's an amazing thing to see. Also, the representation in this movie with the black women also. To see a woman flying through the air from on top of a car and does not need the help of a man, says something as well. I've been telling people to take your children to see this movie. Take your little girls to see this movie, because seeing women fight, I want to be a Wakanda warrior right now. Seeing women fight on the field, fighting men, okay, is wonderful in itself. Seeing King T'Challa's little sister Shurri operate the entire lab and create all these innovative designs and all that stuff, it shows children that they're not limited to their situation now, okay? So I just wish that when I was younger, we had this type of representation when we would go see movies and stuff. We can all think of a movie we loved and it probably didn't have black people in it. Usually when you see black people, multiple people in a black movie, it's a lot of times not good for us. So the representation in this movie is great. I remember when I was younger, where I was raised, it was mainly white people, unless I was around my family. And sometimes I thought to myself, why am I a little brown girl and everyone else is white? Is something wrong with me? I always thought, you know, the whole thing about fair skin or white skin or lighter skin is beautiful. So I was like, okay, so what's going on with me? Why am I? To me, they were beautiful because they were what was being portrayed, okay? You know, the nice long flowy hair, the lighter skin. It was just something that was, it's just something that was in the back of my mind. I was old enough to understand the difference of races, but I wasn't old enough to understand that my skin is beautiful. My dad always told me that I was beautiful, okay? I'm sorry. Along with my dad telling me I was beautiful, because I never doubted that. But if I just wonder if I had saw something like that, then would it have changed how I felt about myself? Possibly. I think about those times where I thought that I wasn't as beautiful as a white girl, and it hurts me because now I know that I am, and I know how strong I am and how smart I am. I regret having those thoughts, and I hate it, and I just don't want any other little colored girl to feel like that. I'm not putting it all in a movie, but it's just, you wonder what would it have been if you had seen that type of representation growing up. And I think that, to me, it's just so important. A lot of people I've heard have kind of shrugged their shoulders at this movie and didn't think twice about it, but to me it meant a lot. And I remember the first time I saw the movie, I looked down the row and I saw a little black girl, and she was happy. She enjoyed the movie. She can see women and girls that look just like her in this movie on this stage. And she may not understand it now. She may not understand it at all. But when she gets older, she won't feel like a different person that does not look like her is more beautiful than her. She won't think that there is something that she can't do because of her skin color. And I'm sorry for getting emotional on you guys. You know, it's real. It's what it is. And so hold on. Go see the movie. Enjoy it. I watched it 3 times. Saturday night, Tuesday night, and I watched it last night. I was with somebody every single time, and they loved it. I took a friend with me. She didn't even want to see it, and she went, and she loved it, okay? She's out here doing like this. She gonna get me, but okay. And T'Challa, M'Baku, and Killmonger, oh my gosh, they're beautiful. The entire cast is just beautiful, okay? It's too many things to talk about to fit it in this video. So you just have to go for it. Take my tears, take my word, and go see it. Please, go see it. Guys, I thank you again, okay? I thank you again for putting up with me. I thank you again for putting up with my crying. And I love you. That wraps it up for this video. The next video will be sports, okay? The next video will be sports. Thank you. I love you so much. Bye.